Hey everyone, it's me again, and welcome to Faith's Finds. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Faith Grenade, and I put makeup videos here on YouTube. At least I usually do, when I am not violently ill. And you should subscribe, and you should hit that little bell icon too while you're at it. It'll notify you every time I upload, so you don't miss another video. Also, YouTube's fucking small creators. What else is new? I have a Patreon. I have had it for a while, I just don't advertise it because it never really did anything for me, but hey, you know what? I've never earned any ad revenue from YouTube anyway, and now they're really gonna make sure that no small creators ever get to succeed on YouTube. So, yeah, I have a Patreon, link down below, if you wanted to toss me a little something something. Appreciate it. What you have stumbled across is Faith's Finds. I am horribly ill. Well, I'm not horribly ill anymore, but I am still quite sick. I was so sick this week. It's Saturday and I'm just sitting down to film. I had what I believe to be the flu. This was the first time I've had a fever in like 5 years. I was bedbound. I was so sick. So I haven't been able to film until now, and I'm still too sick to actually film a makeup tutorial. So you guys know when I have a potentially contagious or infectious disease, I usually don't go anywhere near my makeup, but I'm well enough now that I'm probably not contagious, but I still don't want to like do a full face or anything just to be on the safe side. But I did buy some things and I'm going to talk to you about them. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first I went to Target, and at my local La Plata Target, they were clearancing like everything. L'Oreal, a lot of L'Oreal was on clearance, a lot of Maybelline was on clearance, and everything Sonia Kashuk was on clearance. Now, I believe it's because Sonia Kashuk herself left the brand, so I don't know if the brand is like shutting down or if they're just reevaluating, but Sonia Kashuk left the brand, so they are clearancing everything out of Target, and I think they might be leaving Target, which is huge because there were actually a lot of Sonia Kashuk makeup brushes that helped me get my start here on YouTube, and it's gonna be such a shame to not be able to get those anymore. I bought this, which is the Sonia Kashuk Undetectable Cream Bronzer in the shade 41 Warm Tan. I don't normally use cream bronzers, but since my skincare game has been a lot more on point, thanks esthetician training, I've been sort of gravitating toward cream products and toward like low coverage and trying to sort of get my game on that up a little bit more, because ever since I started in makeup, I've been all full coverage all the time. I've been full beat, full drag, and as a makeup artist, it's important for me to learn a variety of different looks, including minimalist makeup. So I've been trying to sort of up my game on that and really get my natural makeup game on point. Don't let my skin fool you right now. It is so fucked from this flu. Like, my nose is raw. I wanted to try a few more cream products, and I had heard really good things about this bronzer. I'm not going to open it because it's a cream product, and cream products can't be sanitized. But this, I've heard, is a dupe for the Chanel, the big Chanel cream bronzer. It comes in like this huge pot, and it's supposed to be like the most beautiful cream bronzer of life ever, but it's like $50 because Chanel. And this is supposed to be a dupe for that, both in shade and in formula. So I will be all too happy to try this out when I am well enough to do so. Heard really good things about it, so can't wait to test it out. From Sonia Kashuk, I got a brush set. This was one of the sets in their holiday collection, I think. This is the Sonia Kashuk Smoky Brush Set. It has 10 brushes. So far I've only used one. I've only used this big powder brush, but it is beautiful. There's a lot of brushes in here that I could see myself using quite often, and it was on clearance, so I went ahead and bought it. You've got this big ol' fluffy powder ass brush, nice and dense, nice and floofy. You could even use that for foundation if you wanted to. Kind of blush style brush. It's a lot looser. It's kind of a lot floppier. My hands are clean for the record. But this would be great for dusting on powder, highlight, blush. They have a good weight to them. The handles feel very sturdy. They've got this kind of marble detailing, which is gorgeous. And yeah, they're just really classy, and they seem like they're really sort of well built, if that makes any sense. The next brush is this sort of angled face brush. Again, really good for contour. It's got a nice floppiness to it, so it's not going to deposit too much product. So I feel like that'll be good for more subtle contouring, setting the under eye. You could do a bunch of different shit with a brush that shape. A tapered blending brush. I use one of these every time I do my makeup, so the fact that this was in this set, I was like, yes, yeah, over here, please. The OG Sonia Kashuk 109 is like my fucking jam. If you haven't met me, hi. I'm addicted to Sonia Kashuk's original 109. Let me find one. Here it is. So this is the original Sonia Kashuk 109. Mine is beat to hell because I use it all the time. It was one of the best tapered blending brushes I've ever found. And you can see their shape is distinctly more similar than this. This is the new 109. This one is significantly worse than the original. I feel like they cheaped out on the fibers a little bit. It's a little more scratchy. It's got this duo fiber thing, which I just don't get, and it doesn't seem to blend quite as well. There you go. There's the shapes of all three brushes. You can definitely see there's more of a similarity between these two than there is between these two. So I'm hoping that this new brush is more like the original 109 than the new one. It's kind of a hybrid. It's like a flat shader meets a blender. It's got like a paddle style, a little bit pinched at the base, but it's got a nice fluffy top. So I could see using that for a number of different things like outer corner work and stuff. Got a little pencil brush here. It's decently thick and dense, which is going to be great for like intensely smoking out the lower lash line, intensely deepening the outer corner. Love that idea. And then we've got a paddle brush. This is again great for lower lash line work. This is also great for packing things on the lid because it's nice and dense. I can't wait to try this one out because it's got that nice sharp tapered tip. Do you guys see that? That is nice and sharp, so I'm going to be able to do some precision work with that as well as just all over shadow work. Which I think this was supposed to be a liner brush, but who are you kidding with that thickness though? You're not going to get any kind of thin line with this, but it's sort of an odd shape. I don't really have any other brushes like this. I could see using this for lower lash line work though, like that, or like, you know, a really precise brow bone highlight or something like that. I could definitely find some uses for it. Like maybe nose contour? Yeah, that'd be a good nose contour brush. And then we've got a nice angled brush. This one is actually decently thin. It's almost like it starts thick, gets thin in the middle, and then goes back to thick again. That is so weird. So I don't normally do winged liner, so I don't really need angled brushes for that. But what I really love angled brushes for is eyebrows. Like using this with my brow pomade is going to be on another level. So excited to do that. This one was the only one in the set that I was like, what the fuck am I going to use this for? This is a rock hard sponge tip. What do people use these for? Like smudging out eyeliner, I guess? I don't know. It's really, really hard, very firm. So I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I will figure something out, like dabbing on the inner corner maybe. But even though I'm really not going to use that brush that much, the fact that I will literally use all of the rest of the brushes in this set warranted the price. I think it was marked down to like 25 bucks. I was like, hell yeah. So also while I was in the Sonia Kashuk section, I picked up a makeup bag. So this is the makeup bag I picked up. Now, normally I don't use makeup bags this small. Normally I'm carrying my freelance kit, which is my Zuka Flyer, which is my ride or die bitch. But I figure, you know, there will be some moments where I'll be traveling and I've been looking for a makeup bag to carry my personal makeup in when I go on jobs. So lately, up until now, I've been using just like one of my Zuka pouches, but I can use those for my freelance stuff. So I really wanted to give myself a nice, like treat yourself, nice makeup bag that I can use for my personal makeup when I go on bridal jobs or like that require me to stay at a hotel, or when I go to conferences, when I go to trade shows, anything else like that, because there's going to be a lot of that in store this year. So going to be doing a lot of traveling, decided to pick myself up a makeup bag. I love the floral print on this. I'm normally not big on floral, but this is like tasteful floral. You know what I mean? It's not like super gaudy. It's got like what looked to be magnolia flowers on it, which were my grandmother's favorite flower, so I was just like, oh, I love magnolias. And then it's got like the English garden roses, which are beautiful. The color scheme is a lot more muted than your standard floral print. And then it's got 2 zippers on the top with the Sonia Kashuk logo on them. I heard Emily Noel 83, I want to say, talk about these makeup bags and how great they were. And I'm inclined to agree, because this is the first pouch, or the first side of the bag, and you've got a big pouch in here to put like palettes and things like that. And then you've got these little mini pouches, which are so cute, and you could use those to like pack in your smaller items, your fake eyelashes, your lash glue, your mascara, lipsticks, lip gloss if you do that. If you go on the other side of the bag, you've got this flap here with a little pouch. That's for your makeup brushes, which is awesome. Keeps them nice and sanitary. You've got another pouch back behind here. There's so much more space in this bag than it looks. And then you've got a nice big clear pouch over here to keep more items. So I love this. I love how it looks. I love how practical it is. It fits in a small space, but it's going to fit a lot of makeup, which is really good for a person like me who loves variety. So really, really happy with this. I think I got this on clearance for like $20. Like, are you kidding me? Yes. So moving right along, I went to CVS. And I was looking for the new Wet n Wild palettes because I haven't wanted to order them online. I'm too lazy. My area is like the last place to get anything, so they don't have them yet, but they did have these new lipsticks from Maybelline. These are in the Color Sensational line. They're the powder matte lipsticks. So I already loved the Color Sensational matte lipsticks from Maybelline. They're some of my favorite matte cream lipsticks, and they're in the drugstore, so they're at an affordable price. Love them. So these are the powder matte lipsticks. And most of the shades I was just like, meh, I already have that, you know what I mean? But these two were really, really like calling my name, so I got them. This one is called Concrete Jungle. I'm gonna hold it far away from my mouth. But it's like a really steel taupe gray color, like a lavender gray. I cannot wait to play with that. And this one was what I was really excited about. This is Smoky Jade, and this is a green. This is like a blue-green, muted teal color. I don't even know what to call it, but the swatch, like, on the model, which I know those, like, makeup looks are photoshopped to hell on the advertisements, but those swatches on the model were giving me life, so I was like, yes, I need this right now. And you know, it's funny, I went out to get fake eyelashes. The one thing was that I didn't get fake eyelashes. Story of my life. I ended up going on a trip up to Annapolis because my good buddy Taryn, hey Tare Bear, how you doing? That's my work daughter, and she was about to take the aesthetics practical exam, which she passed, yay. So she killed it, but I was helping her prepare for that because I had already taken and passed it. So I was giving her some pointers, and we met up for lunch. We'll usually go to Annapolis Mall and get sushi burritos and like go shopping. So we went shopping, and I kind of went in. We normally do shopping while we're meeting up for study sesh and stuff like that. So we did some shopping, and we went to Kiko. There's a Kiko store up in that mall. I got some blushes. I got some blushes from Kiko. I love their baked blushes. I have a couple from their summer collection that are stunning. And I picked up every single baked blush in their winter collection. Like, I need more fucking baked blushes. But especially since I don't wear blush a lot myself because I have rosacea. But I love blush. I love looking at it. I love swatching it. I love putting it on other people. So the first one in the collection is Marmoreal Biscuit, which is gotta be the oddest name that I've ever seen for a blush in my life. First of all, the packaging. Look at this. Like, hello reflective, like textured beautifulness. Like, ugh. You would think that this is high end, but these are like on the high end of drugstore pricing, maybe. Like, they're super cheap. And this is Marmoreal Biscuit. And it is, oh, do you see that? I wish I could swatch it for you. I can't because I'm sick. But this is the perfect warm nude blush. Like, can you imagine that with just like blank natural eye, lots of lash, you know, a nice full brow, and this blush on? Oh my God, I can't wait to play with this. Then we have Dreaming Coral, which is what made me like stop dead in my tracks and be like, I need this in my life right immediately fucking now, because this is such a stunning color. Are you ready for this? Look at this. Ooh, this is what Nora's Orgasm wants to be when it grows up. This is a peachy coral blush with lots and lots of very finely milled gold shimmer. It's not glitter. It's very, very smooth. The texture on these is insane. They blend beautifully, and this one is just so stunning. I could see using that as an eyeshadow. Like, do you see that glow? What? Then the third one is called Dangerous Cherry. Now this one I would never be able to use on my cheeks because this is dark. Are you ready for this? Like, get this in your life. Like, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so beautiful. Like, can you imagine this on a deep, deep skin? Oh, I really want to create an eye look with this because it's such a beautiful sort of red berry color. Screaming Coral and Dangerous Cherry and use them in an eye look together. Hello, gorgeous. Speaking of which, would you guys like to see that? Like a full face of makeup using only blush? Because I could so do that for you if you're interested. Let me know. So, Besame, if you guys aren't familiar with them, they are known for their lipsticks, and they're known, more importantly, for making reproductions of vintage makeup. Like, everything has a very vintage vibe, from their packaging to the shape of their lipsticks to the formulas they use to the shades they use. It's all very vintage, and their stuff is beautiful, and I've always wanted to get it, but I just couldn't, like, I don't really use cream lipstick often enough to warrant spending like $23 on a lipstick. But in celebration of the 80th anniversary of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Besame collaborated with Disney to come out with a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs collection, and some of the stuff in that collection is stunning. It is stunning. And one of the things that I saw mentioned on Emily Noel 83's channel, can you tell I'm addicted to her? Like, she's amazing. The things I saw featured on her channel was an eyeshadow palette. And this eyeshadow palette was so beautiful, and I was like, oh my god, I need it. But it wasn't available on the website anymore. I've now discovered that not only is it available on Disney's website, so you can get it there, but I also found it at Box Lunch, which is that same like Hot Topic offshoot boutique store that I found my big Hufflepuff jacket at. I'll leave the video up there if you guys want to see that if you haven't watched that clothing haul. And I was like, oh my god, because I thought it wasn't available anymore. And here it is. This is the Besame Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs eye palette. Like, look, just, can we, I'm not even a Disney fan, guys. I don't, like, I can appreciate Disney for what it's done for animation and art and all that stuff, but I'm not as, like, crazy into Disney as everybody else is. Like, I loved Lion King growing up. Don't get it twisted, but I'm not like one of those people who has to have like Little Mermaid themed everything. I don't have a whole lot of Disney merch in my house, but although with all the companies they're buying, I guess I technically do. I'm not normally a big Disney princess type person, but like, even if you're not a Disney fan, even if you're not a Snow White fan, you can appreciate how beautiful this packaging is. Like, the level of detail that they put into this is insane. Like, you've got the dwarves down here sort of pressed into the cardboard. It looks like a book. It's so beautiful. It looks like the book that is shown at the beginning of the film. You've got like this little, you know, overlay of Snow White, and it's got like a clear overlay. And it tells you how to use the shades in the palette to get Snow White's look. Because what they did, and this makes me geek out so hard, they took Disney's ink and paint department, went into their archive, and they took out all of the shades that they used in the film. There they are right down there, you can see in the little booklet here. They took all of the shades that they used in the original Snow White motion picture, all of the ink and paint shades. And then the founder of Besame went through them and made eyeshadows that exactly duplicate the colors used in the movie, right? Like, based on the actual colors used in the film. It's so interesting and just such an art thing. I don't know. I'm like so into that kind of stuff. There you go. There's the palette right here. Let me move this. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that just give you Snow White vibes without even thinking about it? Like, that says Snow White, and it's because they are exact replicas of the colors used in the film. And then on the other side, they have a list of all of the colors and where in the film they were used that these were taken from. And this is just so pretty. Like the whole thing. I mean, the palette itself, like the colors themselves are kind of like, you know, you've seen most of them in palettes before or something similar, but oh my God, just the level of craftsmanship and thought and work that went into this is insane. In a makeup industry where new collections are being released literally every other day, like brands, I'm not gonna name names, but there are some brands that literally churn out a new collection every week and everything is just kind of really lackluster and you're like, come on, man, really? I would much rather see a brand really put thought into something and put research into it and really put their work behind it and only release a collection every now and again. Like this, Besame doesn't release collections that often, but what they release is just so well thought out and so creative, and they put so much work into what they do, and it shows. I haven't even swatched this palette yet, and I'm already excited about it. This retails for $67, I think, so pushing 70, which is not bad at all considering the level of craftsmanship that went into this. This is definitely a collector's item. This is not something that you're gonna like destroy and, you know, wear the shit out of. This is something that I will probably use every now and again just to use it and see what the shadows are like, because I've never used Besame shadows before, but mostly this is something that I'm just gonna have in my office on my proverbial vanity, but like on, you know, my shelves just to look at because it's so well done and so gorgeous. And yeah, more brands should be putting in work like this. In the haul, I thought that was it, but it is not. I got the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Uncensored. This is supposed to be a universal red. This is supposed to work for everyone. That intrigued me. And I've always been wanting to try something from Fenty Beauty because it's such a popular brand right now, but their foundation isn't going to work for me. I can already tell you it's going to be too matte, but this will, so look for a video testing this out soon. Guys, I ended up caving and getting a bottle of the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I feel like I haven't given this enough of a fair shot. And worst case scenario, I can always return it. So I did get a full bottle of the shade Deauville because it just looked so stunning when it was on and when I used it correctly. So I'm gonna give it a real hard try like over the next few weeks and really give it a solid test out. So I bought the bottle of that. Oh my God. So Taryn had found a Sephora collection shadow in the shade Hippie Girl and she fell in love with it, but it was out of stock. So the Sephora lady was like, oh, we can order that for you. And she was like, great, cool. And it'll be free shipping. And they ordered it for her. And then Sephora ended up canceling the order because it was out of stock online too. So she was so bummed because she so thought she was going to get that shadow. And Sephora's website is sort of notorious for having problems with monitoring when things are in stock and when they're not. So that's been an issue for like a long time. But we went into the Sephora inside JCPenney, which is sort of a hidden gem in that mall. Like there's already a freestanding Sephora in that mall, so a lot of people don't think that there's also a Sephora in JCPenney, but there is. And a lot of the time, if something is out of stock in Sephora, in the big Sephora, it'll be in stock in the little Sephora. So we went there and sure enough, there were two left. So Taryn got one and I got the other. So this is the shade Hippie Girl. It is so pretty. It's like a peachy rose gold, like a true rose gold. It's so gorgeous. I don't even normally get single shadows, but I got it anyway because I was like, you know, screw it. It's fucking beautiful and I can't wait to use that. Right? Yes. That is it. That is everything that I've bought recently. I thought you guys would enjoy this. I'm so sorry that I can't film any makeup related shit today. I am on the mend. I'm coming on the other side of this, but I'm still too sick to feel comfortable with handling my makeup. too terribly much other than like showing you guys. So I can't swatch anything, and I can't put it on my face. It's driving me insane. I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Don't forget, I also have a Patreon link down below if you want to toss me a little coin. Appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Toodles!